Hey folks, I am Steve. How's it going out there in the YouTube land? Um, Today I thought I'd make a video of I'm looking up some information on rivers and some waterways around where I live. In particular, one of my buddies called me, asked me if I wanted to go and down the Uwharrie River with him and a group of people this weekend, and I don't know if I'll be able to go, probably not. However, I decided I'd go take a look at the river conditions and see how things are going to be looking for him. I've just been out on the Catawba River this past week, and it was up and it was running. Now, let me get this out right off the bat. I am not an expert in all of this river data. These are some things that I go look for. Now, if I wanted to be an expert, it'd just take me about 2 hours to study, and then I would be basically a world-renowned expert. But you know what? That'd be 2 hours of cat videos that I would miss. So I ain't going to do that. But anyway, I'm going to leave links to all this, but maybe this will help you out if you ever want to search for information about rivers and waterways where you live. I am in North Carolina, not too far from Charlotte. So one good place to start is right here. I'll put links to all this, but one good place to start is right here at the USGS water data. And what I like to do is go over here, and if you'll click on that map, click the map, because I want to zero myself down to North Carolina. So I'm going to start doing a little zooming in, and all those little dots all over the map, those are basically weather stations and river gauges and things like that. So they're all over the place. There's Charlotte right there. There's a whole lot of them in that particular area. So let's keep on going. Let's keep drilling down, see what we can find. We're getting a little closer. Now, the one I'm interested in is going to be this one, not too far from Albemarle. That's going to be right on the Uwharrie River. So let's zoom a little bit more. It's in the Uwharrie National Forest. So now if you will click, it'll bring up the site info and gives you a site number, and that is the Uwharrie River. It's near El Dorado, North Carolina. So I am going to click the link Access Data. Okay, now that we're on this page over here, you can see it gives a description of the site and gives your lat and long, and you can take those numbers, plug those in Google Maps or Google Earth. It's in Montgomery County. So there's a little bit of information there you can use, but what I'm interested in mostly under available data, I'm going to click this link that says current and historical observations. So pull up the next page. Now it's telling me that my available parameters, I have two. One is discharge and one is the gauge height. And those, the gauge height is mostly what I'm interested in. And all the way over here to the right, you can see you can enter in some custom dates as it comes up. Default, it's going to be for 7 days. So let's take a look at the discharge, cubic feet per second. On February 28th, it was sitting up here at around 375. It has steadily gone down as our rains have we're slowing down, and all of a sudden, bam, we got some more rain, which sucked. We've had plenty. Would like for it just to take a little break, and now the last couple days it has gone down, and it's sitting probably at about 225 or so cubic feet per second. So water's still moving pretty good. Now down here at the gauge height, looking at that now, it's telling me, it's giving me the most recent instantaneous value, which is today at noon. So once again, these two gauges are pretty much corresponding to each other. You can see it drop, 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 drop daily, and then we got the rain. It went back up, and currently it's sitting at about just over 3 feet. Now, I happen to know that the Uwharrie River it's a shallow river. It's rocky, and if there's not enough water flow, you're going to have to get out and pull over some sections. But based on what I'm seeing right here now, that water is going to be rolling pretty good. It's 3 feet, and it's going to cover a lot of things. You're not going to see some of the things, maybe some of the boulders, logs, things like that. But it is going to be rolling. If you pick your spots, pick your lines, you'll probably be fine. And you're going to get from A to B real quick. Okay, here is another website that you can use for reference. This is the NOAA climate.gov site. And like I said, I'll leave links in the description. But on this one, this is another possible resource where you can look at river levels and different information. On the right side, there is a link, river levels. So I'm going to click that. It's going to open up a new page. It's going to show the entire USA. Give that a second to load. And you're going to see a lot of stations covering the USA. So let's drill down a little bit. I'm going to use this drop down, and I'm going to go down and click North Carolina. Let that load, and you can see here in North Carolina we have a ton of these stations. I'm going to zoom in and continue to drill down. Now, this one doesn't have the Uwharrie River on it, but this one does have another river near me that's kind of the same as the Uwharrie. The levels and everything are going to be very similar. And this one is the Rocky River, and this is not too far from me at Irish Buffalo Creek. And you can see there are various others. You can click and possibly find a gauge somewhere near you, but for purposes of this video, let's go up here, and I am going to click the Rocky River. It's going to open up, and there's a new gauge. You're going to get virtually the same information. And remember how the other gauge dropped down and then it spiked when we had some rain and dropped down again. So the latest observed value at 12:15 is the Rocky River is running at 2.83 feet. So it's the same thing. The Rocky River is a shallow river, and it's a rocky river, hence the name Rocky River. So you want some water running in this river so you don't have to get out of your kayak and drag it. So right now I would say conditions at almost 3 feet are perfect to run the Rocky River at this stage, and probably for the next few days, even if we don't get any rain. Okay, here's something else that you can also do. You can go back and look at the history. So let's go back and look at the map one more time. I'm on the USGS site. Let's click the map. Let's look for the Catawba River, which I just a week or so ago, I posted a video where I scouted out a new boat ramp that I wasn't familiar with. So let's go look at that river real quick and look at the history of it. So I'm going to right over here, search by place name. I'm just going to type in Catawba. Let that load. I am going to zoom out, and there is Charlotte. So I'm looking in this area down here. It is just under North Carolina. It's actually in South Carolina. Right here, if I click this one, this little station, it comes up Catawba River below Catawba, South Carolina. So let's go ahead and access this data. I'm going to click that. New window opens up. Once again, we're going to go over here and click Current and Historical Observations. All right, now remember I told you about the date. Now I know I was there on the 27th, February 27th. So I'm going to click in here and I am going to, let's just go back to the 25th, February 25th. Over here, click go. So now, when I look down here, I have got a chart that starts at February 25th, and I can kind of look. I was there on the 27th, so in this area right here, the discharge was about 4, 5, 6, 7. So it was about 7,000 cubic feet per second. The river was high, so, and I've got video of it. So I can go down here and at the gauge height on the 27th, it was just over 8 feet. Now, I've got video of the river flowing. If you're familiar with your river, you know, you can kind of get in your head and you know if it says 8 feet on these gauges, you know what that's going to look like. So I can actually go back and look at the video and know that it was running at 8 feet, and now I've got an idea. Okay, would I want to make that trip and get in the river at 8 feet? No, I really wouldn't. So that's one of the cool things that I like to do about the historical data, because if you got old footage, you can look at the date and then go back and look at the graphs and get an idea of if it's at 4 feet on that day, and you go, you know what, should be a little bit lower. Then you can look for days when it's 3 feet or whatever that you are comfortable with. So checking out the historical data on these rivers can be very valuable. Okay, let's wrap this one up. These are just some things that I do. It is in no way meant as a comprehensive list. If you have some resources that you like and you check out, do me a favor. Put it in the comments. And here's the deal. When you can put a link, okay? If it's going to some resource that'll help everybody, when you put a link in a YouTube comment, YouTube will automatically kind of put it in a spam folder. So what I'll do, just don't worry about it. Do that if you've got some great links for river information, things like that. I'll check it out, and if it's good, I will approve it, and then that link will show up in the comments. But if you put a link in a comment in YouTube, as far as my channel goes, I guess everybody's, but it's not going to publish. It's going to go to a spam. So share that information so that we can help others, okay? While I was on here, some of my buddies sent me some new links to cat videos, so I got to get off here because I'm really jacked. I mean, I'm jacked because these look like they're probably some funny cat videos. All right, y'all. I am out of here. I'll see you in the next video.